Hey, what's up, you guys? This is WD3, and this is your Hill Report Newsbreak. We are here at Monday, and there are so much news for you all to process. And we'd like to get you all's opinion down below. What we're going to be going over today, we're going to be talking about the Trump Supreme Court ruling. Yes, the Trump Supreme Court ruling, kind of the pros and cons and what's going on with that. Hey, we are going through some definitely historic times. That was an historic ruling. We'll go over that. We're going to talk about some of in light of the debate and some of our speculation on what's going to happen in the presidential election. We're going to talk about the Democrats' possible replacement for Joe Biden. Sad situation there. We're seeing some mental health issues right before our eyes. A lot of people suspected it, but it became a lot more apparent Thursday during the debate. And for the interests of the country, a lot of people are wanting someone to run who is more
Mentally competent.
well. For yes, of course. Congratulations also to the U.S. Women's Gymnastics Olympic team members. The trials are set, right?
Yep.
And congratulations. We had noticed that Simone Biles, this is how many Olympics for her?
Third.
Third Olympics. She's a young lady. There was was that the last Olympics when she had some troubles and things like that mentally?
Mental health issues. Yes. Step back a little bit.
Okay. Well, good to see her back out there doing what she loves. It's a great event. The gymnastics is usually center stage at the Olympic Games, so that's going to be very exciting. And I'm sure the women, our U.S. women's gymnastics team, will do well. First, we'll get into the Trump Supreme Court ruling. Yes, they did rule. I believe it was the immunity case concerning the election tampering. Um, what they did rule. Now, first of all, you all must know that Trump had a unique opportunity to place a lot of the Supreme Court justices. I believe he had three that he placed, which puts him at a Supreme Court advantage because maybe they feel like
Loyalty.
loyalty, pay him back, maybe feel bad to take down the guy who put them in their dream position. But the ruling, anyways, was there is partial immunity for the president in the election tampering case. Um, Trump does have a sentencing coming up on July 11th. Look out for that. Maybe it'll be delayed. There is no other trials coming up until October, possibly. So he has a few months here to possibly, if that July 11th doesn't go bad for him, he has a few months to kind of get on the runway and campaign before November election.
But can we say felon? I mean, this guy is running for presidency and he's a felon.
Well, that does seem like a paradox because if you are a citizen and you're a felon, you will get your vote taken in many states. So the
How
fact
does that make sense?
it doesn't make any sense. The president can be a felon, but the voter cannot be. Those are some things that, hey, if we want to change that, maybe we could bring that up. But that's the way things are right now. And this is an unprecedented situation dealing with the president being indicted. 230 years, we have not indicted a president. Um, but we're going through that right now. At the very same time, you have Joe Biden going through some issues. So there's a lot of dust that needs to settle here in the next few months. And I'll tell you, I think the Republican vice presidential pick is key because if everything falls down, uh, the dust settles, he could be the president. But presidential immunity for official acts only, no immunity for unofficial acts. So if it's assumed that the president has a right to be stupid, to make bad decisions if he's operating in his official capacity. Um, but if he has no immunity if he is operating out of official um, capacity. That makes any sense?
I think it does. I mean, at least I think the Supreme Court was fair in that respect.
Well, yeah, you got to have some leeway to use your judgment, and everything's not going to be according to what each party likes, and then they come through with accusations, charges every time. So we needed to. Roberts said that he wasn't making a Trump ruling. He said that he was making a ruling for the ages, so that we won't be litigating every presidential disagreement with an indictment. Um, now, moving on, in light of Thursday's presidential debate, many Democrats and Republicans alike are speculating that there needs to be a replacement for Joe Biden. They're trying, the Biden camp wants to avoid the 25th Amendment because then he won't be able to pardon any Biden, Hunter Biden, or any Biden affiliates if uh, he is taken out by the 25th Amendment, which the cabinet has to vote that he is incompetent. And then he will be taken out of office, but that will disqualify him from being able to pardon key members of his family and his staff. So that is something to look out for. But there's some possible names that have been surfacing. Have you heard about some of the names that's been surfacing?
Well, of course, as Vice President, Kamala Harris.
Well, Kamala Harris is one name. I will tell you that a lot of people view her as totally more unpopular than Joe Biden is currently. A lot of people view her as incompetent, whether that's warranted or not. A lot of people, their perception of her is that she is not fit for leadership um, because of her unelectability during the primaries 4 years ago. She pretty much was not on the scene as far as the polls. But that's going to be something that would be tough to get her out of the way. But let's see how the Democrats would, if they go a different direction, how they would flip that. I've heard names like Michelle Obama. Have you heard that?
Yeah, but she has said that she would not run for president.
I think one of the cons for Michelle Obama even taking that on, anybody who takes this on, you could just be a sacrificial lamb because you don't get the full time to vet your record. You don't get the full time to plead your case in a campaign because of the shortened. We're already in July almost, July, and if we don't get this settled on the Dem side, then they're going to be at a real disadvantage. So a lot of people don't want to just throw their hat in the ring and then just for sure loss, um, because Trump is a pretty popular candidate. Now, keep an eye on his legal troubles. I've even heard Hillary Clinton is back on a tour and getting back out there nationally because she knows that she has a sense that this thing could be wide open on the Democrat side. Have you heard that?
Yeah, I have heard that. Now, there's a difference between Hillary Clinton and Michelle Obama. Hillary Clinton has been open to run, whereas Michelle Obama has not been open to run. So, big difference there.
One of the advantages for Michelle is the fact that she doesn't have a record.
Yep.
Um, she doesn't have a lot of political baggage. So she would be one of the most obvious candidates. I've even heard them floating. And of course, she has a name recognition um, and demographics that would kind of cut through some of the gains that the Republicans has made because of the disaffectiveness of the Democrats with Joe Biden. So the black vote, the female vote,
Mm-hmm.
that would definitely be affected by a Michelle Obama. Also, you wouldn't be able to pick apart her record because she has none. So that Gavin Newsom is also a name that we've heard floated. Um, Definitely somebody who has a lot of baggage. California is not one of the best examples of how to run a state right now. So there's a disadvantage there. San Francisco, Oakland, a lot of the major cities in California are really doing bad. So, we just wanted to talk about that here. You've been watching the Hill Report news break. We're definitely happy to bring you. You guys make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Comment if you like any of these stories, and have a great day.